I hear him moving. Don't be surprised if he doesn't show up. It's the way he moves. He moves like a ninja. Oh, running a little early tonight. Who's gonna pop in? Julia, Rusty, Elwood, Becca Lynn, William. How is there's Miss Julia. You were fifth tonight. I thought you were going to be first. Cocoa Bear, how are you? Reflections owner, how are you? Matthew Martin, how are you? There's Miss Sarah. Sarah said, I'm hopping in. There's Dalton. I'm just watching the names go by. Don't forget to hit that like button when you come in. Hit that thumbs up. Cocoa Bear, did you just start the live? I did. I just hit the live. Miss Betty, how are you? Jaden, it has been a while. How are you? Cocoa Bear, no, not much new. I'll share a few things with you today. What's up, Wyatt? And I'll share a few things with you today as we keep going. Good, Jaden. I'm glad to hear it. Sarah says, hello, Rusty. There's Ron. Double tap that screen. Let me get Ron pinned right there so you guys can go over. And Ron, I know that you just put up a Blues Brother video. I will collab with that as we get off. I got to see that setting at work tonight. We went to a commercial break, and I was sitting there looking at some of the little collabs, and next thing I know, one of yours popped up tonight, and I said, I have not collabed with that one. Jaden said, my birthday was Saturday. I'm 18 now. Happy birthday. Deborah. Deborah said, back in the hospital. Praying for Deborah. Absolutely. Went in Saturday. Deborah, we got to get you better. We got to get you taken care of. Gail, how are you? I got you a little kitten. That was a good birthday present. He's laying down sleeping. Absolutely. Sarah, do you know that song? I am not real familiar with that song, but that is one of those songs that when he gets into it, he gets into it. And if you watch the video, I think it's the second Mr. Cheese, he sings it so loud. His nose kind of curls up. Mr. Cheese, and his nose kind of curls up. And we were sitting there. It is hilarious. Deborah, okay. Deborah's getting a pacemaker, guys. Y'all give Deborah some love tonight. Miss Judy, how are you? Yeah, he rocks on those videos, Rusty. He's going out of his way. Miss Mary, how are you? Julia, be careful of the Stantons. That was one of the things that when I had to, what is it? Let's see. T-Rex Mobile back in 85. I'm not mad, just curious. That was under a different Santa's regime. I'll go back and look in the archives and see. A lot of people think that Santa's the one Santa from the beginning of time till now. There are multiple Santas over the years, so I'll go back and look. I can't take the Stanton drugs. Yes. I did slip in early. Yes. I threw up this morning, couldn't go to school. Be careful. There's a bug going around right now. I look exactly like your grandfather who passed away before. There you go. Guys, I pinned Ron's page to the bottom of the page there. It should be at the top of the page. Go and like Ron's page. Ron is an excellent guy. And just I'm talking, you'll see him. We're the two grandpas, and he likes to do some collabs with me, and I like doing collabs with him. And so we have a good time, really a good man. So go and like his page. No, I was going to tell you, yes, Santa's real. As long as you believe in your heart, Santa's always real. The Stantons, they had put me on one, and my joints felt so bad from it. And my brother had told me, my oldest brother said, look, if they put you on the statins, you have to be very careful because they're extremely hard on the muscles and the joints. And I said, it couldn't be too bad. And when the doctor gave them to me and he said, hey, you may want to take aspirin or you may want to take an ibuprofen or something with these. I'm like, why is that? What's, and sure enough, I was on them maybe 48 hours and I felt like my every joint in my body just hurt. Rusty said, I like Ron's channel. Yes. Julia, I am the same way. I literally, I got bit by a tick years ago. So I had Lyme's disease, and it took them a little while to diagnose me on it, and it really messed my joints up. And so when I got into taking the statins, was not prepared for how the statins was going to make my joints really hurt the way that it did. Elmwood said statins gave me brain fog. Yeah, absolutely, Miss Barbara. You know we can do that. Prayers for Randy tonight, guys. Prayers for Miss Barbara too. I'm on Stanton. They make you get up and pee all night 2 or 3 times. It gets old. Well, Rusty, I'll be honest with you. I don't need a pill for that. I'm at the age right now where that happens very frequently. And so, Tori, how are you? Good to see you. JC Poo, how are you? Oh, I hear him. And mess with what he could eat. Christine, I was coaching softball at the time, and evidently we were at a ballpark, and one got into my hairline and bit me. And it took me out of things for about 6 months. I'm talking the headaches and the severe pain. And I had a neurologist come in, and he said, why don't we run a spinal tap on you? Nobody had done anything like that. And they ran a spinal tap on me, and he came back and he says, hey, how long have you had Lyme's disease? And I said, I don't have Lyme disease. And he goes, buddy, you're ate up with it. And I said, really? And I said, well, I never saw the bullseye. And he said, more than likely it was in a hairline or something to where you didn't see the bullseye. Jones said, sad day today. My baby's grandson would have been 22. He was special needs. My daughter took care of him 27 for 19 years. Judy, not yet. We just put the order in the other day. So hopefully I'll try to get the proofs and let you see the proofs. Brittany May, how are you? Tori said, I'm a teenager. There you go. Rusty says, I have to take 14 pills a day. There's Miss Terry. How are you? Yeah, but no, when you get bit by something like that, there's a lot of things that goes on in the body that you don't think about. And I know with some of the things with Lyme disease, it's how you interact with food. I think red meat, it has an issue with red meat on certain places. So Jaden, yes. Oh, I saw that, Jaden. Okay. I need to get that out, something out to you, don't I? We'll take care of that. I'm still got a few that's just lingering. Tori's 14. Dairy also, yes. Yes. Yeah, I think Jackson just got his the other day. Planet Ape, this is the last thing I know. And these are only based off of the rumors. And I don't like to spill the rumors out there into the world because you don't know if they're true or not. I do know that Patrick's court case was moved. He's got a new court date coming up sometime soon, I would assume here in March. Um, then I know that the last thing we saw was that Betty supposedly, and this is what um, one of the Facebook friends are saying, that she has been moved into an assistant living center, um, and that Larry and BJ are still down at the house. So that's the last update we saw. Um, I did see that Larry and BJ, they said we're having financial problems. Guys, you got to remember, everything got cut off on them. Everything got cut off on this. So um, the only thing that should be coming in are their checks. And with Lorraine, Timmy, and Ray, you would think that the state would have stepped in and those checks would have stopped. They are now going to the state or the facility that they're staying at. I'm a subscriber, the artsy girl. Thank you. Easy Lane said, just dance, Santa, just dance. It's called the Archburger? Okay. When Eric did his 2 lives, we've watched 2 lives now with Eric. And to be honest with you, I don't know if we've learned anything from Eric. I think he's kind of cooperated with everything that has gone on. I think the money was taken and settled that away. I think Eric may have come out clean on the other side on this deal, and I think he's cooperated with them though. Yeah, Eric just needs to go on and keep doing what he's doing with his dad podcast and things like that. Uh, guys, the longer this goes is based off of those guys. If they would just stop and everybody just kind of stop, and I think we're getting closer and closer to that. I think whatever happens with Patrick may be the final straw that we may see fall here with what's going on there. Yes, I'll be here till 9. The double quarter pounder with bacon. I don't know what to believe. One bit says she's an assistant living home. The next said she is living with a female relative in Virginia. Yeah, you don't know what to believe. There's a lot of clickbait out there. You've got to be careful because the only reason they want you to do that is to get the views. So hello, Deb. How are you? I got a Deborah and we got a Deb. So hello, Deb. How are you? From Iowa. Sometimes, Jaden, I do. It just depends on what we're talking about. And if we're having a pretty good conversation on something, it does. Big Mac with fries and the Shamrock Shake. Absolutely. Caroline, thank you. I love your videos. Thank you. Don't forget to go and like Ron's page as well. He is pinned right there. Go like Ron's page as well. He is the gentleman that I collab a lot with. Sarah, I am waiting for you to start doing videos. Deb, I am good. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm going to share a story with you. We had white pizza for supper. Wyatt said I subscribed to Ron. Excellent. Where we grew up, when my mom was growing up, when we were growing up and my mom was there, my mom passed away, over 17 years ago. And one of my mom's favorite things to do, and I'm sure a lot of, she loved to play bingo. I'm talking bingo was the thing back in the day. My mom was the one that when we would go to the beach or somewhere like that, we would go to Carolina Beach, and there was a little place on the boardwalk. It was called Red Neves. Red Neves was this little bingo place, and it was ran. Uh, it has snowed some. It hasn't snowed here lately, but we were pretty hard hit a couple weeks ago with snow. But she would go to this Red Neves, and she was one that said, "Hey, Mom, we're going to do this down at the beach. We're going to do this. We're going to do this." And she would go, "If you could, just drop me off down at the bingo place, and I'll sit down there and play bingo while you guys go and do whatever you're going to do." And we would always do that. And the good thing with Red Neves, you won prizes instead of money. So you'd go in there, and I think it was like a quarter a game to play. Excuse me. And if you won, you'd come out with, an iron, bases, all kind of different things. And it was so funny because we would always make our way back home at the end of the trip, and we would always have these little trinkets where she had sat and won these little trinkets. So it was pretty funny. Dan. No, Dan. No, I don't need no hair dye. This is the way God made me. This is the way I'll go out of this world looking. Um, so when we were growing up, white pizza's awesome. When we were growing up, she'd go play bingo and we'd go, with her sometimes and sit and play bingo. There was a young lady that would play bingo with her. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know the lady's name. The only thing we ever knew, gonna rain in Ohio, the only thing we ever knew this lady by was red nose because her nose was red. And it was just something that everybody called her red nose. And she got to the point to where you would just see her and somebody say, "Hey, there's red nose." So, that's how we knew her. And it wasn't being disrespectful. It wasn't being rude. It wasn't being mean. That's just how everybody knew her. She was Rudolph's mom. Yeah, that's how we knew her. So her daughter lived here in the valley, and you would see her daughter here and there. Her daughter got into a relationship with a gentleman that there was a little something not right with the daughter. And when I say that, understand that it just there was something not right there. And so she had met a young man. He was a little slow as well, and they had a pretty good marriage, had kids and everything. Well, the other day, Red Nose, it's been years since Red Nose has passed. The other day, her daughter goes to a little convenience store, uh, comes out, and we don't know exactly what happened, but somebody took her life at that convenience store the other day. And we're still trying to figure out what happened, and we're not sure of what happened. The people in the neighborhood, they're not sure what happened. It was really weird, and I, I I'm a little dumbfounded by that. This young lady was as sweet as she could be. Um, I don't know what happened there. What's up, Santa Sea Sprague? What am I missing here? Today is National Cold Cuts Day. You got it. Oh, Sarah, that sounds awesome. Garlic bologna, chicken salad. Christine, that was the lady that stood on the corner. Um, like I said, I grew up knowing her mom. I knew her growing up. And I don't know what had happened at that little convenience store, but that young lady lost her life Sunday. And I'd love to have a clearer understanding of what went on. Yeah. So I'm not sure what what transpired there and what went down, and I just, I'm not sure. Like I said, guys, we're talking about a young lady that I grew up with. She went into a convenience store the other day, made her way out of the convenience store, and somebody took her life. Somebody ended up, there was a gun involved, and she ended up losing her life. And nobody can really give anybody a clear answer on what happened. And so we're just kind of talking about that. Yes, that she was robbed. Okay. Uh, she was one of these young people that would, because like I said, there was always a little mental issue there with her. And if you met her, you could clearly tell that. Uh, I don't know if she could hold a job. I never knew her to have a job. She was one though that she would get down on the corner, and she was at a very major, heavily trafficked intersection to where she would talk to people in cars, and people would give her money from, and here's $2, here's $3. And so well, it's really sad. And that, I like I said, I don't know, but that was her life, and she had met a lot of people and had gotten to be, friends with people within that neighborhood, and but that's how she was, earning her money. She would sit there all day, and the lady there's a YMCA that sits right across the street from where she would sit, and the ladies used to go out there and tell her, especially when it got hot, they would take her water and things like that, and they'd tell her, they'd say, "Look, you need to, maybe go up to the apartment and relax a little bit." And she's like, "Nope, I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to keep talking to the people." And she'd wave at cars. People would go by, blow the horn at her, and she'd wave at cars and everything. And you do, Jaden. You have to be extremely careful these days. Um, But that kinda blew me away last night. I did not realize, yes, a lot of flowers, Christine, on that corner right now. Um, yeah, there's a lot of flowers, there's a lot of plushies that people have been, going by and laying in honor of her, and, um, like I said, it's really sad because you just, life is so precious, and guys, I'm telling you, and understand this. And, there's no bells, there's no whistles, there's no, there's no horns, there's no alarms going off or anything. You're here 1 minute and you could be gone the next. There is nothing there to let people know. And, you know, there's no doubt in my mind, nowhere in her mind did she think that that day was going to be her last day on this earth. If she was the victim of a crime of being, he was going to rob her, that makes sense. I don't know if that's the case. Um, she did live with her mother when her mother was living. Her mother has passed away some years, and yeah, it was really sad. Brenda said, "Hello from Arizona. This world has gotten crazy." Yes. Cameron, how are you? You just don't know. You just don't know. And that, What's Rusty doing? What's Rusty eating? Hot caramel mocha coffee right now. Probably eat ice cream after the show. Look at you. Yeah, a lot of positive energy. And that was one of the reasons today, guys, if you did not get to see the video I put up today, I put a video out just simply, guys, we live in a world to where it's okay to tell somebody you love them. It's okay to, you know, us growing up as kids, we didn't grow up in an environment where a lot of times we were told that, hey, we love you. Now, our grandmother did it. Um, it just wasn't something that a lot of families do these days. Now, there's a ton of families that do it. There's a ton of families that respect the fact of being loved and things like that. But then there's a lot of families that don't. And so it doesn't cost you anything to tell somebody you love them. It doesn't cost you anything to pick the phone up and call somebody and say, hey, I was thinking about you. It doesn't cost anything just to be kind to someone. So that was one of the reasons why I put that video out there today. Um, you never know what people are going through right now. You never know what's going on in their world, just like they don't know what's going on in your world. Um, if you've got that special friend, if you've got that brother or sister, if you've got that mother or father that's still up on this earth, you got that cousin, pick that phone up and just check on them every now and then. Just make sure they're okay. And when you finish that phone call, just say, hey, I just want to, I want to tell you I love you. And I think I had mentioned that I've got a gentleman that I work with who has uh, frontal lobe Alzheimer's. And he is going through things right now that he knows that his memory is probably not going to be there much longer. And him and I had a phone conversation the other day, and he always kids around with me. And him and I had a conversation, and he stopped me in the middle of the conversation, and he goes, can I tell you something? And I said, sure. And I thought he was going to play around again, because that's just the way he does. But he thanked me for the way that I had treated him all these years. He said, I've known you for 40 years, and you didn't have to be the friend that you were to me. He said, you have been a really good friend to me. And he said, and it was so sad because to me, when I was listening to that conversation in my head, I'm thinking to myself, he's closing the chapter, but he's doing it his way. He before everything happens, he wants to make sure that I know that he appreciated the fact that I valued him as a friend all these years, and I will until the day he dies. And so it was pretty heartwarming. It was a pretty good evening. Yeah, I do. I miss the good old days. I really do. 23 meds. Wow. Rusty said I got low sugar. My wife's got high sugar. I take insulin, but I never say I'm a diabetic. Doctor said you are, but you don't claim it. Sunflower, how are you? Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad my smile makes you happy. We do a lot of smiling in this channel, Miss Ann, how are you? Amanda, how are you? I tried to. Miss Ann, I tried my best to give love everywhere I can, to share with people and to have to have fun with people, and it's what we do. Oh, Sarah's got a question, everybody. Billy J, what's going on? Sarah's got a question. Said the other night we were doing trivia. I've got a good one for you tonight. What is a female whale called? Well, I love you, Amanda. I do. I have not had dinner yet. I've been on the run today. For lunch, I had some Chinese. I went by a Chinese restaurant, and I did that. There you go, Christine. Yes. Yeah. Okay. What was the question again? A female whale? Don't doubt wonder. Yes. Oh, did Julia get it? Where did I didn't see a cow? Okay. I was. Let me tell you, you guys were setting me up for something, and I really thought that you were hitting me with a joke in that aspect. Brenda Lee, how are you? Good. I'm glad you're feeling a whole lot better. I saw your video where it was about building like the bus. Funny video, always make me laugh. Good. Keep watching. We've got more coming, Jamie. I promise you. Kat, how are you? Good, Brenda. I'm glad you're doing okay. The first time I was serious. Okay. Well, we're here tonight. No, being on radio, sometimes questions like that are thrown out to me, and you've got to be fairly quick on that to where if I was on radio and we were joking around and somebody would have said, what do you call a female whale? Uh, I probably would have said my mother-in-law or something like that, and that's not that. I'm just being funny. That was a joke. Uh, Dudes, how are you? What is a female cat called? We built a snow fort, Jaden. Believe it or not. Be my guest. Thank you. Yes, we try to stay away from the drama. We try to stay away from the drama. And let me tell you, there are some good videos. Jacqueline said, "Is it a feline?" Malaya's mom and Anita. I have not seen either one of them tonight. Butter. I have no problem with kittens. Yes, have not seen Malaya's mom or Miss Anita. They're probably just, taking the night off. Shauna, I have not heard from in a while. I've sent a message out to see if she would respond back. I have not heard from her. Peter, he's in and out to where, I can send him an email and he'll pop back in on us. Male cat is called a tom. A breeding cat is a queen or she cat. Okay. Sea Sprague, we were just talking about that a minute ago. The last thing we've heard, oh, thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. The last thing we had heard was that Betty supposedly has either gone into an assisted living center or she's moved in with someone in Virginia. That is the story that we're hearing. Larry and BJ are still down at the house. Patrick's court date has been moved. So those are really the last things we've kind of heard. There's Huggy. How are you? Dudes, I appreciate you. Did you get the plush? I have not seen any new plushies for him. So we are working on it. Jaden said I went to medieval times on Friday. That's a pretty cool place. That is a pretty cool place. We like to spend a lot of time in Myrtle Beach in that area. And when we're down there, you have medieval times. You've got the luau's. You've got the pirates. So pretty neat stuff. Yeah, don't forget to set your clocks an hour ahead this week. Yeah, we're going to spring forward on Saturday night. So when you wake up Sunday, you'll get that extra hour of sunlight. So take care, dudes. Jacqueline Sutton, how are you? Christine said, give me the Outer Banks. I love the Outer Banks. I have no issues with the Outer Banks. Uh, yeah, the one thing that I like about Myrtle, and we get more Cherry Grove than anything, is that it has everything. And when you have little ones, they like to go out and play putt putt and things like that. A lot of the smaller beach towns in the Strand there, they don't have a whole lot. And so right now, that's the key component. As they get older, I'm sure we'll go back. Yeah, Christine said Cherry Grove is nice. Where's me treasure? Yes, Lisa said, got out and spread God's love everywhere. One person can make a difference. Absolutely. Lisa said, I live in the Outer Banks. Awesome. Dude said, and I'm back. Well, thank you. Where's me treasure? We will spring forward. Do we lose an hour? No, when you. Yes, we do lose an hour, don't we? Yes. I was about to say, when we fall back, we gain. When we spring forward, we lose the hour. But yes. Yep, I had to think about that. We do spring forward. What do you mean it's going to get longer? Right now, about what, 6 o'clock, and I'm doing this East Coast time. Right now, about 6 o'clock, 6:20. The sun is going down here in the East Coast. Next week, on Sunday, it will be to the point where the sun will go down about 7:20, and then the days will start. You'll have more sunlight throughout the days, and the days will get longer, and the nights will get shorter. The day doesn't change. You have 24 hours in a day. It's just a matter of you'll have more sunlight than you will darkness in the day. Miss Betty, they're saying that we're getting to a point now where a lot of people ask the question, why do we have daylight savings time? Because it's getting to the point, like you said, it looks like it's getting shorter and shorter on us. And I think it's only like 4 months these days. And so it's getting shorter and shorter. I'm used to daylight savings being a couple more weeks down the road. But here we are, first week of March, and we're getting ready to go into daylight savings. Shakur, how are you? So we won't have a longer nighttime. Right. It'll get to the point where it'll still be light. What, 9 o'clock, 9:30, somewhere in there. So yeah, you'll start seeing that. Lisa said, I love the Outer Banks. Lisa, what part of the Outer Banks do you go to? And if you ever make your way down into Carolina Beach, make sure you go by Britt's Donuts. If you're in Cherry Grove, make sure you go by Bullino's. Platt's is always good. That's owned by Bullino's. Okay, yes. Asteroid, how are you? Dudes, can you read my comment again? You only read mine once. You're my favorite. Thank you. That sounds like a water bottle. One water bottle. Thank you. Hey, bro, you're nice. Can you show your dad? That will be a little hard to do. My dad passed away over 20 some years ago. So that would be just a little hard to do. Almost 30. I think it's 30 years. Yeah. Lisa AAW said, I am from Indonesia. Hello, Lisa. Excuse me. No, you're fine. Dudes, you are fine. Let's see. Yeah, it depends on what part of America you live. Kill Devil Heels, okay? You're from Bassett. There you go. I got friends that live in Stanleytown. They're in the process of trying to work together to get the, I think it's a Bassett Rec Center or something that they've been working on down there to try to get back up and going. I've got friends that live down there. Yes, Julia said we're doing that by Eastern time. Yeah, I'm in the Commonwealth of Virginia, so when I sit here and do times and things like that, I always try to preface the fact that it is East Coast time. Uh-oh, what happened to Rusty? My dad got murdered in front of me when I was 8 years old. Really? Rusty. I am so sorry, buddy. Wow. 8 years old, back in the 80s. $8.49. I'm Central 7:39. Well, wait a minute. It's 8:39, so 7:39. Yeah, you can't add 10 minutes to it. What did they say? I know the old Bassett Community Center. I'm 2 minutes from the end of Blacksburg. Yes, I think they're working on that right now. They're trying to put the pool and everything back into it. So, yeah, I've got some friends who are working on that to try to make that a reality again. Asteroid, no. You would think the voice would be higher, but it's not. And Jimmy, we can see what we can do. That toy truck. Yeah, Rusty, I'm so sorry there, buddy. The Littlies, they are upstairs. It's been a rough couple days. One's got strep throat. Lucian he's just rolling through everything right now. He's been good. Killian has strep throat, and so everything's been kind of quiet. So yeah, Brenda, exactly. Sorry for your loss there, Rusty. Wow. I can only imagine that. William, I have hit that hat. Make sure you tap the top of that hat. William is talking about during spring training this year, they are testing the new balls and strikes computer in baseball. And so if you think a ball has been called, not correctly, then you step back, tap your hat or tap your helmet, and then they do a replay from the unit that they have to show you where the ball should have been when it comes in. And so far, I haven't heard any complaints about it. It looks like it's been working well. Sarah said had to get a new battery for the van. All messed up. Yes. Thank you, dudes. Have a great night. Reflections. Too many. Cupcake. Cupcake. Bunny cake. Let's talk for a minute. Let's have a little conversation. You only know me through my videos. Uh, yeah, the WMCC took that down. I'm actually a very nice man, and when the collab feature is set there for us to collab and to use the sound, trust me, I'm not the only one that does it. If that bothers you in this world, you might need to get a little thicker skin because there's going to be a lot more things in this world that bothers you. So, vehicle batteries are unbelievable. Yes, hallelujah. Last time Sarah, my niece needed a new battery. It was 2 years ago. And we opened up the front of the car and the battery wasn't there. And we're standing there, and she's got a newer model car, and we're standing there looking around. The battery was in front of the passenger seat in the back. And so you had to take that little thing, you know, you had to take that little thing out. So, and then you had to lift it out with that special tool. Um, let's see here. There we go. That'll work. Yes. Yes. Cupcake Bunny said a little something to move that conversation into that level. Marissa, we do Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. There you go. Wyatt sings the Pepto song? Get out of town. My van had 2 batteries. Wow. I had a car with a battery that was in the trunk by my spare tire. That's crazy. I feel fine, Brenda. I was singing the song for those that don't feel good. Wait, I'm looking for the song. I need to find the song. Upset stomach, diarrhea, indigestion, Pepto-Bismol. There we go. Sarah, my phone was buzzing. Buried in the trunk. It's ridiculous. Marissa, it is going around. It is going around. Lisa said, I can work on old school vehicles, but not the new one. Yes, everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Upset stomach. Wasn't it heartburn? Isn't there heartburn in there too for Pepto-Bismol? Heartburn, stomach, upset stomach, diarrhea. Jaden, they're awesome. They are awesome. Yeah, no, we really started looking for her battery. We never could find her battery. Rita, how are you? Rita said, I just wanted to stop in and say hello to everybody. Hello, Miss Rita. Miss Ann, it is ridiculous where the batteries are. Plop, plop, bizz, bizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, bizz, bizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Megan, how are you? I had a cherry cobalt and the battery was in the trunk by the tire well. Yes. Yeah, I don't understand why they, because when you open the hood and you're sitting there, back in the day when we were kids and everything, you open the car hood and there's the battery. And you're like, oh, battery is dead. And you took the battery out and you changed the battery. Now it's got to the point where you have to take it to the dealership. The dealership has to take it out, replace it for you. Um, it's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. I had a side mount. Yep. Yep. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Calgon, take me away. I love it. Yeah, we were talking about what is it, palm olive, where, you're soaking in it. Oh, what? So, Kenzie, how are you? I'm always amazed at the little jingles that are still in our head after all these years. Mr. Jefferson, you have a good night. Yes, you can't fool Mother Nature. There you go. Can't do Pepto. It makes me sick. Okay. Don't like that for dishes. Lyme crazy forever. There you go. I've fallen and I can't get up. We need to get you a medical alert. Cotton candy flavor, yes. Do you like the Girl Scout cookies? I do. I've yet to run into Girl Scout cookies this year. I know they're in the midst of selling them right now, but I have yet to run into a Girl Scout selling cookies. And let me just say, if I do, she's going to do very well in selling cookies. This is Santa. Yeah, Wendy's. Where's the beef? Where's the beef? Yes. That's a spicy meatball. Yes. I think it was for an antacid. Yep, that's a spicy meatball. Is it Zaragoza? I like that name. Is it Arcelia? Zaragoza? Nice. If I say your name wrong, I apologize. Mr. Bubble. My favorite Girl Scout cookie is I like the macaroons. Uh, I think it's the macaroon. Is that the coconut one with the chocolate and the pineapple? Not pineapple. Yeah, coconut, chocolate, and the wafer. Are those the macaroons? Thank you, Reed. I appreciate it. Hello, I'm Wilford Brindley, and I've got diabetes. The Valleydale Pigs. Valleydale Bacon. Zing, 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 Valleydale. Hooray for Valleydale. Samoa's tag along in Thin Mints. Yes. Miss Judy, when you get Thin Mints, do you put them in the freezer or do you just eat them like they are? A lot of people put them in the freezer and then they'll put them in milk. How do you do the Thin Mints? Simone, yep. I have not tried the chocolate yet. I need to. Like I said, I have not had the opportunity to see, um, you know, somebody selling Girl Scout cookies. I know we have if I don't see them here within the next day or so, I'll make my way over because we have a little store that you can go in and buy cookies. Oh my, Thin Mints in the freezer sounds wonderful. If you've never tried those, a lot of people do them. They will freeze the Thin Mints and then they put them down into the milk. So the peanut butter ones, to me, are probably one of the chocolate covered peanut butter, number one for me. Paul, when was I think it's like probably 14 years ago, 15 years ago. It took me a little while to really get serious into it. Once I got serious into it, then it kind of took off, and next thing you know, here we are talking. Bought some Girl Scout cookies the other day. Not much. Somebody said they were like $7 a box, $7.50 a box now. Yeah, Jacqueline said $20 a box. The lemon one, shortbread one, and Samoas. They're smaller now than ever. Yes. Now, I will tell you this, guys, and a lot of people have made reference to this before. Um, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, I think they have their own version of like the Girl Scout cookies, and some of them are really good. So if you're in the process of looking for that Girl Scout style cookie, some of them are really good. $6 a box, okay? Auto grass repair. Safe, what is it? Safe light repair, safe light replace. Yes, the Divide chocolate is $20 a bar, but you know, I've got a little store down the road from me, and on the counter, they have the $20 chocolate bars now. And is that what you're talking about, the Dubai chocolates? I have not tried those. I will get that though. Mint gum, yeah. I'm a big red. I like big red. That flavor, that cinnamon, that hard cinnamon. James said dollar store generics are good and much cheaper. So yeah, I've had those to where if you're in that craving for a Girl Scout cookie and it's not that time of year, yes, you can go in and get those. Keebler makes a lot of the Girl Scout cookies. Okay. Overlord, how are you? I am good. They don't sell Girl Scout cookies around there. Right. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Rita. I appreciate that. James said, back from Florida. Well, I'm glad. I hope you had a good trip. Love Dentine. Yeah, they don't make it. I haven't seen Dentine in years. Last time it was donuts. Yep, absolutely. Time to make the donuts. Yeah, you don't see Dentine gum anymore. James said $7 a box in Floyd. Like I said, I've yet to run into anybody selling Girl Scout cookies. Tastes like mocha coffee, and if it tastes like coffee, I'm out. I cannot stomach coffee, but for $20, we'll check it out. Lisa said, nope, they don't sell Dentine anymore. Yeah, I know they do Big Red because we'll still grab Big Red. Probably one of the best gums out is the Fruit Stripe. Remember Fruit Stripe gum? It has the little zebra on the front of it, and it always has that strong fruit taste to it. Oh, Jaden said, do you like Dolly Parton's banana cake and straw? I've never had it, but it sounds delicious. Free didn't go. Okay. Uh-oh. The Girl Scout will be at Lowe's. Flash them the copper tone tan. Which one's the one with the baby? Is it copper tone where the baby's, the little puppy's pulling down the bathing suit? Everything's better with blue bonnet on it. Yes. Marissa said, who has a sickness? Me, praying for you. It is nasty. It is going around. Reed said, I love fruit stripe gum. Best gum ever. Yeah, remember the. Let me tell you, I am amazed at. Remember the sunscreen, and I think they still make it. That when you spray it on or you put it on, it goes on like purple to allow you to see and make sure that you're getting everything, and then it goes away from being that color, but it goes on purple so you know where you've put it on at first. It goes on with a color. That bubble gum, yes. Going through the grapevines. It is Copper Tone ads with the puppy. Oh, okay, that was Jodie Foster. All right. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's butter. Is it? I can't believe it's butter or I can't believe it's not butter. I don't know. I'm not sure. Bubble yum, brushing up gum. Jaden, have a good night. Grapples, yes. Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba chewing gum. Can't believe it's not butter. That's what I thought, yeah. Marissa, my cousin got her tonsils out today. Hope she feels better. She'll be eating a lot of ice cream here for the next couple of days. Big League Chew. Bazooka. I always like Bazooka because you always got the little joke in the Bazooka bubble gum. You'd always, unwrap it and it would have that one little joke in there. That was good stuff. Bill's Famous Hot Dogs. Guys, there's Rick, my brother. We grew up down from this little store, and this little store was owned by a gentleman named Bill, and we always referred to him as Mr. Bill. And Mr. Bill would always make these hot dogs. And you could go in and you could get two for $1 or something. And they were just, we referred to them as gut grenades because they were going to have an effect on your body that you just but they were good. You would sit there and eat like four of these hot dogs knowing it was about to go bad. Something was not going to be right in about an hour. But you would sit there and you would eat four hot dogs and a bag of chips and a drink, and I still remember to this day, and Bill's been gone for a number of years now. But I remember going down to the store getting a Mr. Bill's Famous hot dog. So, yes. Bubbled. Yes, I do remember the bubblegum ropes. Well, Miss Joan, you are welcome. They still sell Cracker Jacks. Now, Christine, the toy you get is not the toy that you're used to getting now. Now you get like little, maybe a tattoo or something, or a little book or something. So Lisa said, yes, we used to get four hot dogs for $1. Lordy. Emma, yes, that's how we refer to them. They were gut grenades. There was no other way around it. It was not good. All right, guys, it's been over an hour. A lot of people are starting to leave. Yeah, you get the little holographic pictures now. So Erica said, I can do something for you, but it's going to be on the keyboard. Okay. James had a nice visit to Florida. Enjoyed Gatorland. There you go. Look at Erica. Thank you. I like it. That is awesome. Tootsie Pop. Yes. How many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop? All right, guys, going to hop off here. Y'all have a great night. Again, I love each and every one of you. I will be back on Thursday night. We'll do it again, 8 p.m. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the Guthries. Guys, have a great night. Go and do something good for somebody tomorrow. I hope that everybody sleeps well. Hope everybody feels better. Pray for those who needed prayers tonight. Guys, like always, I love you. God loves you. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.